You got some stuff about the Lexington stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got some dudes. We've seen some dudes we like this summer. Yeah. Who you got?
Really like the first one. I really like Devin Hairston. I mean, he can absolutely pick it. You know,
he can pick it. I think the first game of the year. Put his stick behind the 8-ball because he came out against Bennett. Bam.
Second pitch, right? Second pitch?
Second pitch of the season. Right? He hit 2 homers that day.
And then another leadoff home the day after.
Yeah.
And so then after that, it was like he's trying to live up to something. But go ahead.
You're 100%. You know, I think he can work on his approach just a little bit at the plate.
A little bit of a free swinger.
Yeah, a little bit of a free swinger. But I mean, the bat's there, the swing's there,
pop's there.
Yep. And he made some errors like in the middle of the season, but I think that was just kind of a focus thing. And then talk about the culture. You know what I'm saying? But he's really locked it in the past couple of weeks, and it's been fun to watch. You know, he's a great shortstop.
I think you slide him in our culture here. Maybe he's a phenomenal shortstop. So
100%. And then the little brothers, I think Will and Webb,
Sam
and Webb. That's right. Wow,
what a stat!
This blows my mind. They both played for the same.
Wait. They're twins, by the way.
They're twins. They both played for the same team, Alpine Cowboys in the Pecos League last year. Both lefties, and they hit the exact same average, 429.
Same batting average last year.
For a full season.
That is
crazy.
Like, that is crazy. Unbelievable.
I wonder what the last 3 or 4 games of the year, because they knew it. Like, I wonder those going into those last couple of games.
Trying not to get a hit.
I'm going to outdo you, or was it a battle?
You can't do it because I am you. Right?
Like, just unbelievable.
Their presence in the box, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some of those pictures.
Left-handed
Their
stick.
presence.
Yep. Outfielder.
Large. You got the large.
I do like large a lot.
So they got 2 littles and a large. On
2 littles and a large. Large is a good ball player, switch hitter, Blue Jays organization, I think. He real smart player, just a good baseball player. I heard he's a pretty good dude. Haven't got to talk to him or anything, but hear a lot of guys come back saying, God, he's just a nice guy, and that's huge, and just shows you how pro he is. Cottom's like that. I think Cottom's a really good guy.
Red Sox organization.
Yeah. Controls the game behind the plate. When he's behind
controls the game.
And you got a decent pitcher on the mound, I know that he's going to work with that dude to pitch.
Yeah, he's a presence in the box, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think going back to the good guy thing, like, guys are good guys. We're not saying, like, you're a pushover.
Yeah.
Good guys that compete at a high level. So when the game starts, baby, it is like, I'm coming at your throat.
Yep.
But after the game, you have a beer with them. You know what I mean? Like, those type of guys. Those are the type of guys we want. And I think virtually everybody in the league, for the most part, at least the guys that started in the league, are like that. They're just here to compete and get better.
I like the Clay Camp kid.
Clay Camp, Sam Clay Camp. I was going to draft him on my team.
Yeah.
But Lexington took him over me, pick right before me. So, he was here at the workout, and I was talked about moving him to third base. But he's really came on. He was hurt for a little bit. I think he sat for like 10 days or something. But he's back in their lineup now. He pinch hit last night, and he was as a DH 2 nights ago.
Not a bad player.
He's not a bad player at all.
Not at all.
Who else do we got?
You know who I like, but it might not really stand out to anybody. I do like Mike Millian a lot.
Yeah.
The way he plays the game.
Yeah.
You can put him behind the plate, you can put him on second, he might not be the best guy.
Yeah.
But he's going to play hard, he's going to compete.
He does find that barrel, too.
He finds it.
And I respect that. I respect that a lot.
He was running it out.
It was late in the game whenever they pulled all those players, either 1, 2, and 3 hole.
They lay down on you or what?
That's what it looked like. But then he goes out there and they're losing by 4 or 5 runs on a routine ground ball. And exposed our shortstop right there. He got lazy and beat it out, made a bad throw.
Nice.
And I need to see that, And he helped us to get better that day.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that,
And maybe helped his cause of making your club.
And I told him that, because he was playing third. I came out there in the very nice type innings. I really appreciate you still playing the game hard, no matter what the score is, no matter what's going on in your dugout. I appreciate the way that you play the game.
It was a doubleheader 2 weeks ago when he ran in the wall and loosened some bricks over there, and then the second game he played second base.
He wants to play ball. I love those type of guys.
Yeah.
So
he's a guy who tried out here a few years ago. Or last year was last year. Yeah.
We tried to bring him in as a bullpen guy, and he just couldn't do it.
Yeah. I remember.
But he's got some talent back there. He's got a good arm.
Yeah.
I think he can quicken his release just a little bit. He's really close to being really good behind that plate. I do like him back there. Played a good shortstop yesterday. I seen him a lot at second. Didn't get to see him at short. And short, he played pretty damn well. Made some really tough plays.
Very nice.
On some pretty good runners too, and really helped that game. And like you said, he's been loud.
Yeah.
Like, he's caught a few balls where it's been scary. We've ran down him. So he really won't pop up in the box score, but goodness gracious, he was smashing some of these balls.
He's thrown some balls. I mean, like skill players too. I like there's an Elmar kid plays outfield.
That's the guy.
He's got a hose.
He's got an absolute cannon. Ball comes out of his hands.
I haven't seen him though. Was he here?
He was here yesterday. He played yesterday.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, he looked good. I think he had a knock.
Yeah, but he's a pretty good player. He's a little different. Right-handed hitter, left-handed thrower.
Yeah.
I don't see that a whole lot. But man, he's got a cannon.
Drew Ellis. I mean, what about a presence in the box?
Approach
Goodness.
with the presence.
Yeah, he's I think AA with the Diamondbacks, and he's buddies with Fitzgerald and Wyatt. They're all from Louisville, but man, that guy in the box. He got the game when he hit against us. I think Saturday night, in extra innings, or maybe Friday night. I can't remember. But man, he's a presence in that box. Hopefully, he can show up for this home run derby thing we're going to do. But you talk about that culture and the structure. The difference between how I run a club and how a Lexington manager's running the club is, yesterday's game, we're winning 9-1 in the 9th inning, and they pinch hit for their, they're pinch hitting for their 3-4 hitters. The difference between me is my thing is, what are you telling your club there? Like, are you telling them that you're giving up? Because your best hitters are coming up. They're hitting in the 3-4 hole. They're typically your best hitters. So how I run my club is if the same situation, if it's 9-1, I'm telling my guys, hey, let's get Craig Massey back up if we're at the 2-hole. Let's get 9 hitters up. And we got a chance to win this because this is what we did against you guys the other day when you guys beat us pretty good in that last series. There was a little bit of threat, right? A little bit of a threat. I said, hey, let's just get Massey back up because I think he was the 10th hitter. He was leading off. I said, let's get him up twice this inning, and we got a shot. Yeah. So the mentality is we're still trying to win the game. Not, hey, I'm just going to throw in a bat to a guy. So how good is that at bat? Sam Claycamp pinch hit for their 3-hole yesterday. How good of an at-bat is that for him? Now he's going to come off the bench, face Joe Doherty, our best guy.
Good luck. Yeah.
And after sitting for 9 innings to come in and try to get something
probably
big.
Checked out of the game.
For me, role players, yeah, exactly. Role players are guys that come off the bench to win the game. I tell you all the time how important that 7th, 8th, 9th is for a guy off the bench to come in and win the game. Not come in and get a garbage at bat. You know what I mean? I think that's the wrong message for a guy, in my opinion. That's the difference between how I do my thing and how other people do it, right?
But you're always playing to compete and to win.
Always playing to win, baby. Right. Always. It doesn't matter if we're down 20 runs.
I do want to talk about the pitchers in that game yesterday because I want to give a little love to Hahn. Because
baby,
the way the game's scripted out, and I know I talked to him a little bit earlier. I know he wanted that dub.
Yeah.
But I told him, I was like, hey man.
But that's what we want, though. We want the players to want that stuff, right?
I want you to want it, and I'm not going to take that from you. I was like, but in the course of this game, to create the flow and to create the rhythm and let this game run smooth and have all those loose ends tie up.
And the guys get their work.
This is the script right here. It's like, hey, I'm going to send you out for the 5th. He shoved. He pulled his gears back and forth. He fell behind Phillips in the first at bat, leading off the second.
3-1
he got blasted.
Count.
And we talked about
it. But he went at him. But he went at him after he was behind. Went at him and he got hurt.
He got hurt.
But that was it.
Took some good lessons from him with 2 hits, that homer and a little flare from a catcher they had. But he threw the ball really well, and we're going to send him out.
No walks either, right?
No walks.
I don't think he
deep counts. But he got through 4, and he's at 46 pitches. And so obviously he had the leash to go. I mean, we could have won it back out. But I told him, I said, look, the plan, you get through the lineup twice, man.
That's it.
And you keep us under 2, I was like, we know we're going to win.
Yeah.
And so we got through there as a bonus. It's at 1. I was like, we want to send you back out to face Sansone. I was like, that's your guy. We want to give Remington, it's going to flow right here because if we let you go, I know you can think you can get him, and it's the bottom of the order. I know you think you can get him right there. I was like, but that throws off when we could bring in and really fit in Remington to come in.
It was a perfect puzzle piece right there. Perfect.
It was, and it plugged. Remington came in, did his thing, got a big double play in that inning. And then he goes back out and faces what he needs to face and keeps it where it needs to be able to bring in Mac. And it was relentless as far as boom, it pieced together.
Coming at you.
But it was all because of Hahn. And I know he doesn't get the dub because he didn't get through 5. But we don't win that game.
He probably doesn't understand it either, and so it's fully explained. And even when it's fully explained to players, it's hard for them to understand. Like on the way drive down, this is exactly what we're talking about. I want to get Hahn 2 times through the lineup, and then it sets up nice for either McDonald at that point or Remington can piece together for Cheek or Doherty to and then we have Merck there for the extra inning or for the extra inning.
It worked out perfect because Remington fit right in there, and it's like, I know guys are like, oh, cool, I know you tell me that I won the game for you, but I don't get it on my record. But he understands that it was the team. I mean, we want to roll right there.
Like Chris Amin last year for us, you know? He won us an Evansville series in a game that he pitched in that we lost. You know, because he 8 innings for our bullpen in Game 2 of that series, a crucial series at the end of the year last year. But nobody realizes what he did for us. I think it was 3 1/3 he went to save our bullpen for the next day when we won the series in a close ball game, having to empty our pen to beat Evansville late in the year last year. Nobody understands that, and it's hard for players to understand it because it's not on that baseball reference. Everybody's like, oh, baseball reference. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. You know what I mean?
No, it was a really good job by that whole staff, and I thought Hondini.
I love it.
I thought he was really good. But
the push and pull for him is one of the best I've seen. It's comparable to like Tony Vaca, the 20-mile-an-hour difference, but there was only 2. Han's got 3, maybe 4 different gears, and it's the push and pull.
And to get through that gauntlet that he got through.
Yeah, it was great. It was
It's going to be frustrating hit off him. It has to be.
100%.
Let's talk a little bit about the All-Star. All-Star
ballot.
So how it's set up is instead of doing a championship series, we got the 4-team league.
Yep.
Instead of taking the best team from Florence and the best team from Lexington in a 4-game like championship, to me it's kind of moot, really, because it's only 4 teams. If it was 8 teams, it'd be cool.
Right.
But we talked about this before, let's do an All-Star, Florence All-Stars versus Lexington All-Stars in a 3-game championship series.
Fun.
Because even though Florence, I mean, we both our teams have won the league already, so if the championship thing would have been basically us two playing out of the 14 league, right?
We've already played each other enough
for
times.
like a week now. We've already won it, but so All-Stars, best of best against the best. Does it get any better?
I mean, I think you take the 2 best teams. I don't know if you can get any better than best.
Yeah,
you know.
Can you get better than best?
How are you gonna pick them?
How are we gonna pick them? That's the tricky part. I mean, Mike Morris, what do you got? Good luck. We got a draft.
We got a draft,
but how are we going to pick these guys? It's going to be. I think I'm going to let Brody and maybe have a couple of his guys do a ballot. We're going to put together a ballot. I'd like to do a fan vote. I mean, if there's a way we can do a poll on Facebook, I'm sure there is. I mean, it is 2020. Right?
Yeah.
I think we can do a poll of some sorts. But stats come into play, obviously, but are the stats 100% right? Probably not. So we're missing a few things here and there. So it's really not about the stats. It's just about the best players, right? So how do we find those guys? So I love the fact that Chad brought up having the pitchers kind of vote as well as a core. I think the hitters can do the same thing.
Pretty cool.
Vote as a core. That's not going to be who it is, but you get to see what guys think about each other. You know what I mean? They can't vote for themselves.
Your top 10 that deserve
your
it.
top 10 that deserve it.
And then we get to see.
So now it's based upon not only the stats, because most of them probably don't even look at those, but what they recall and what they've seen them do, and are they showing up on time to practice? Are they showing up, to work? Are they good dudes? What we talk about, right? So I think that's pretty cool. What do you guys got?
Yeah, I agree. I think the player, I'm very curious on that, on who they vote for. You know, because to me,
and put their name on it too.
Right,
accountability, baby. Like if you're gonna say something, put your name on it. Just like I do on here. I put my name on stuff. When I talk about the umpires, my name's on it, and I want it played. I want them to know, because if we play it up on the board during the game, and then they start squeezing calls for it, that's exactly why we talk about it, because they shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? So those are the things. Like, I'm gonna say things, and I don't care. Like, it's my opinion. Change my mind. If you don't believe in it, or if you get mad about it, then change my mind. It's like the thing, like, when I say I walk in the room, I think I'm the best guy in there, change my mind, right? Or when I say this is how I would approach that game, talking about the game, I'm talking about the game last night with Lexington. Like, I approach that game totally different at the end, in the 9th inning.
Change my mind.
So if you're mad about it, come at me, baby. Come ask me. Tell me why you did what you did.
But you better
explain it to me. And you better be prepared for a conversation, right? So that's how I do it.
Yeah, I agree. And again, though, the players, I'm I'm very curious because that's where all the respect really comes from, is player to player. You know, fans, coaches, front office. They can have their own voice on it
because they're seeing the character,
but
perception, right?
All they see is what's going on the field. They don't see what's going on here in the dugouts. Obviously, what's going on in the field, but the conversations that take place on the field, how they play with each other, how they mesh together. Those are more important than what's actually taking place physically and statistically on the field itself. And you win more games by having a core group of guys that play well together, and that's how you always base your teams off of. Is the clubhouse and the group of guys, how well do they mesh?
Our glue, baby.
Right.
Our glue.
Versus just grabbing affiliated guys that don't mesh well together, no matter how talented they are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have to be able to play together.
The mix is good. So, I mean, what about the Thursday night? What do you got on that? You put together a little schedule for that, right? The Thursday night.
Thursday night.
So the All-Star Series is going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Friday in Florence, Saturday in Lexington. And I believe it should be Sunday back in Florence if necessary. But I think we should play all three. But I think the owners are talking about just 2 out of 3. So if we win the first 2, then there won't be a game 3.
And I think Game 3 might actually be in Lexington.
Even though we have home field advantage for dominating the 2 cities?
I think so, but I won't do it anyways. You know, I want to go to their place.
Just curious.
Thursday night.
It doesn't matter where we play, right?
Well, those are the games, but Thursday night.
So we'll do some competitions, base running competition.
Nice.
You know, time around the base from home. Still figuring out
several guys are competing that, I'm sure.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm more excited about that.
Fan appreciation night, too. Appreciation night? Okay.
So we'll have that. I think they're talking about maybe even letting the fans in free. I don't know if that's official yet, but they're talking about that and
You just made it official. You just made it official.
Hey, I want the fans here. I want the fans here. You know,
it's going to be a fun night.
Time. Right.
There's nothing like, and especially the home run derby and those things happening on a day where there's not a game, so the players can kind of just relax and
have fun.
Wiffle ball it, baby. Wiffle ball it, right?
Have fun, man.
Backyard baseball.
Was it rock and jock baseball?
Yeah, rock and jock baseball. So base running competition, a throwing competition,
and then the home run derby. We're still working with Lexington, trying to see how many guys that they want to send out.
Want them to come.
I want them to come.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
I want my guys running.
We can put on a good show here with just the Florence.
Oh yeah, we have the talent. We have the players. It's going to be organized, obviously.
It'll be cool.
We're still working on the small details on exactly the rules for each event. Those are looking at the 3 main events that we're hosting Thursday night.
About a 3-hour window.
3 hours. I think they're talking about starting at 6:30, hopefully in around 9:30, 10, somewhere in that time frame.
Also a talk about possibly fans asking questions, right?
So we should have an MC on the field. I think we're just going to set up one of those big sock nets behind the plate. And then just have an MC on the field, pulling players aside. Obviously, with the COVID situation, can't have fans on the field getting close up to the players or front office or anything like that. So they're either going to, drop some questions in a shoebox or whatever, to where we're able to read questions. You know, Dennis Pelfrey, and pull him over to the side and talk over the big mic while the events are going on. So we really have 2 things going on at one time, just keeping everybody entertained.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of people in the stands have questions that, they always wanted to ask players. I've always wanted to ask players when I was a fan. Growing up, the big leaguers. So
that's pretty cool.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah. So that's
you
gonna
excited
be
about it?
weekend.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be cool seeing the best of the best.
Who's gonna win it?
Who's gonna win it?
For the first to third, or the home to third, I would go. It's gonna be. It's gonna be a tough one because we got Whiteman, we got Piatnik, Pugh.
I'm going with the old man Massey.
Massey.
Talk about those cuts. Those corners. He's going to be in there. He's going to be right there.
Piatnik might top speed when he gets his strides, but it is going to be those cuts. That's going to be the difference in the time.
The cuts.
There's a difference.
Salty vet Massey.
Riggins, I think, can sneak in on there too.
It's not a 100-yard dash. You have to make those right turns, those right angles. Everything's got to be right.
That base running thing is going to be might be the best.
I'm excited about that
the night. It might be.
What about the throwing?
The arm accuracy? Who you got?
Throw it. EP Reese, baby.
EP Reese.
EP Reese will Tom Unansky that whole thing.
Yeah.
So what we're thinking about with the throwing is we either have 1 or 2 carts going around from from the where the center block wall.
Yeah, the little corner sign there.
There, and then foul pole, kind of like a little circle right there.
Doing
you got X amount of throws.
10,
whoever
10 throws, right?
Whoever
you got to hit in the back of it.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be.
You got to have the guy driving wearing a football helmet or something. EP Reese will probably hit it 15 times out of 10.
You're up catchers and they drive.
Oh,
you're up the catchers.
I might gear up and do it.
Yeah, we talk about the mechanics of it, right?
Yeah.
All right, the big one.
It all down.
Who's winning home run derby?
Yeah, that's another tough one. You know, especially bringing some of those Lexington guys, they can really bop a little bit.
Stunting is a habit.
Stunting is a habit.
And I think once the home run derby starts too, the sun will be down, so the ball's not going to fly as much as it does during BP. So
we got some dudes that can put them out.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's some sleepers in there too.
I got a sleeper.
I don't know who's going to be in there, but I got a little sleeper with Speeds, man.
Speeds?
No,
I
got a sleeper with,
I'm telling you.
Tall.
Dudley?
Tall can do it.
Dudley Tall.
Dudley Tall can do it.
Remember that Bobby Abreu home run derby that year?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
They just made a name for him. That made a name for him.
He did?
Yeah.
It went off.
Yeah, they got a big contract that next year too, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not saying Tall's going to be Bobby Abreu, but I'm saying that he's going to, I think that's what he's going to
If you guys are watching this year-round Florence on that Thursday night, what is it? Is it the 18th? What day is that? It's the 18th, I believe.
Today's the 7th. I'll tell you right now. We got
a week from this Thursday.
It's a week from this Thursday. You should be here. You should be here. I mean,
Thursday.
The last thing,
17th.
Okay.
Thursday
Thursday
They're
too.
going to sell them, you know?
Yeah.
Thursday.
I want this place to pack out.
Yeah. The last thing I want to talk about is get your popcorn ready.
Oh, boy.
Last series of the year.
Florence
Y'alls versus Florence Freedom.
Yeah.
And it's going to come down to it. I think the Freedom are 1 game up right now.
Uh-huh.
You have a 3-game series with the Legends here. We have a 2-game series with the Leondas. So really, however that works out, it's going to come down to the last one. So, baby, exciting. So, we don't have the Latin pitchers throwing though.
We don't have that matchup. They're going to pitch on Wednesday, but the matchups are going to be there, and then we're going to do have you guys pick those bullpens. We're going to have you guys pick those. We're going to list them out, kind of your 1-inning arms.
It's almost like a mini draft, right?
Almost like a mini draft.
Oh, yeah.
You pick the guy, the one you want on the matchup. Or you pick your kind of bullpen first, how you want to build it, like it'd be 1-inning guys.
If you decide to pick a starter, that other starter automatically goes to the other team.
The other starter
right?
automatically is starting on the other side, so it's going to be interesting. But the guys know it's kind of one of those last outings of the year. They're playing against each other, and I told them, I was like, hey, take handcuffs off now. Like, you know who you're going to be pitching against. You know the holes. You've seen them hit for 6 weeks. You've been focused on your execution. Now it's about going out and playing the game right. You go out and execute your pitches against those guys. Ain't nothing to worry about. Go out there and shove it.
I think the winner is popping bottles too.
Popping bottles. Yeah. That's gonna be nice.
I'm over the booth.
That's gonna be nice.
I'm gonna be over the booth.
Make sure you got your goggles ready. You know.
Yeah.
It'll be I'm excited. Those pitchers, I want to see their personalities once they find out what team they're on. If they start chirping to each other and a little trash talking lead up to that series.
Bullpens. They messed up that tarp anyway with the rain.
Yeah.
Dummies.
What do we got? Are we doing players of the week this week?
I got one.
You got one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm gonna go a little different route this time.
You're gonna have to wait for mine.
Yeah, you wait for it.
What do you have?
I'm gonna go with Dudley Tall.
Dudley?
The guy hasn't got a whole lot of game action. I think he had 1 start, a pinch hit, put him in defensively, almost made a nice play to put us into the extra inning in Lexington, but he's really been working hard in BP. I don't know how much Mike's been talking to him. I've been talking to him a lot about how he's taking his rounds, the routine. So the first couple rounds are a certain way, then we kind of cut it loose. I think we're on the same page with that. And man, the ball he hits in the oppo gap. Who was that off of? I don't even remember who it was off of. It was black. It was a good.
It was
good
arm.
It hit well.
Yeah, it hit well. Who was it?
Which one?
It was here. We hit the backside double here. In the Florence, it was against the Y'alls.
It
was in the doubleheader game, the second game. But
I don't remember who that was off of, but it was.
Yeah, I mean, and he got it, and then he had a hustle double on his next at bat.
Yep.
Kid's still in college. He's got 2 years left eligibility, and
high ceiling.
He's got a very high ceiling. This kid, I mean, he's put together pretty well. He's very solid as far as the way he drills, the outfield drills, and the swing. He's young. He's raw. I mean, he's going to be a really good one. So I'm picking him this week because he's really bought into the learning side of it and being in our dugout and talking to the guys and doing the chart. Man, he's just soaking it all in. So that's my guy. That's my guy this week.
How lucky of a situation is that for him to be up here too? You know, I wish I was doing that in college.
Yes,
that's been awesome.
Yes.
Hey, I do have the pictures.
Awesome.
So you got a couple pictures?
I got the pictures of the week. It's an easy call for me.
Yeah,
There's a couple guys I want to hit on.
I figured.
Well, there's a couple dudes I want to hit on because we saw Carl with a K.
Carl with a K back in action.
parents wanted to put that K up there for a reason.
Yeah.
He came out the other day and finally back to the form that we wanted to be in. We put him in the 9th, and we saw the split and the action and the swings. It was
I watched it.
It was a call credit from last year that we saw that night.
Wipeout. Hope to get him in a couple times. I want to get him in here, and then I want to see him what he does against whatever team he gets picked for.
Yeah.
But he's back. It was good to see him. The guys pitched good all week. Cheek shove. He wanted to throw back to back. Went down there. I want to be on the dirt. Felt good on the dirt. Sorry guys, you don't get any pictures of players of the week. I want to hit on the Martinez Villalobos matchup again that we had.
It was such a good one again.
It's fun to watch them pitch. They pitch. They know what they're doing. They're hitting. They're doing this. They're not just throwing stuff up there and trying to do something. They're really trying to get guys out and how to get them out. So they look for those openings. Villalobos, I think he got gassed a little bit trying to challenge. They had some stressful stuff early. But pitchers of the week. Wednesday, first game. Spot starts, swing guys, to be able to get some innings, to be able to log some stuff, and to be able to help us out going into the rest of the week. Flem and Mert.
Flem and Mert.
Flem and Mert.
I loved it. It was such a good competition.
So Mert's been working, man. We talked about throwing program routine last week. The throwing program has been, it's simple. He's good at being boring, and he has. He went out through 58 pitches, 44 strikes, 18 for 19 on first pitch strikes. Kept the pressure on all day for 4 innings. I mean, it shoved. It was nice. Flem did the same thing. He mixed and matched, hit on that curveball a little bit, stay composed and poised. And that game was 3-2 rolling into the 5th when those guys were done.
It ended up being an extra inning game.
So very, very nice job.
Awesome. It was awesome to watch.
Pitchers of the week. So you go starter, reliever, whatever, they've done both. But that right there, pitchers of the week.
That's beautiful. 100%. Excellent.
Yeah, I got 2 guys. We'll give it to one, but I want to talk about 2 guys.
I got one guy too.
First guy didn't get it. He only played 2 games this week, but Dakota Hundley.
Oh, that was my guy.
Yeah, hasn't played. He's been on the bench for the last couple of weeks because we've been doing at Danzero last week. I wanted to mix and match. But he got in there, and it was like he never missed a beat. You never hear him complain about it. You never hear him show bad body language, anything like that. He goes in there and just gets the job done, making nice plays on defense.
Made one against us.
Yeah.
Dive and play down the line.
It was nice. It was nice.
He made one with about 2-minute warning to go out to play.
Yeah.
Literally, we just told him we didn't give him any pre-time or anything like that. And he ran out there first ball, diving play, unbelievable.
The ball's gonna find you. He wouldn't have been getting those opportunities if he hasn't progressed and worked and actually been here and done what he's needed to do every day. He wouldn't be getting that playing time. He probably would have left by now if he wasn't. You know what I mean? But he just put in the work, and he did. He put him in late, and I heard him miss a couple good plays. He came in the night before when I was here and got a big knock. First at bat back. So
yesterday.
Yeah. That brought up some. Oh, good.
It's just crazy watching him work, and talk about the culture of the coaches too. Is those guys out there, all the Y'alls guys, they all work with him. They've got him so much better. I don't have to say anything. They're just out there. All of them will just group up at third base and they'll hit. Watley will give them that little Valley glove, and you have to be perfect or you're gonna wear one. And we just smash fungos at him, and he has gotten good. And Pelfrey, you worked with him just a little bit, and he soaks it up, and he's young. He's a young dude, and it's been fun, especially see him go in those games. He's just kind of
a little spot start.
He was a guy who wasn't drafted originally to come to this, and it was a need thing where you needed an infielder, and he was like the next best guy. And
he was up there.
Man, it's been nice seeing him progress.
Yeah, I talked to him on Saturday. Yeah, he did. Yeah. I talked to him on Saturday. He's like, I want to get you in there. He's like, I don't care, man. Well, he didn't say I don't care, but he said that's fine. He's like, as long as we're winning, I just want to be here. All right. Yeah. But the guy I want to go with is Blaze Spees. He had a 4-for-4 game, a 3-for-4 game, and then a 2-for-4 game.
Against us, right?
Yeah. He had 3 multi-hit games this week. A couple. Yesterday wasn't his best day, but besides that, all week he was solid. Outfield play was pretty solid the entire week as well. Found out that he likes right field better than left field. That's more of his natural position out there. So got him a couple games out there, and you can tell he's a little bit more comfortable over in right field than he was in left. But he's going to be. I think we talked about it, or I talked about it a little earlier in the year on here. He's going to be a little bit free swinging, but he really hunts. If the ball's over the plate, he's looking to barrel the ball up. He's not looking for that walk. So that's kind of his mentality, his personality, and Mike lets him run with it. I let him run with it, and I just want to see who he is, and he does it. He does it. Doesn't put any pressure on himself. Pretty consistent week in and week out. He had a good week this week.
Yeah.
So go Blaze.
Good deal.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Anything else for you?
Good for me.
All good? Michael? You want to throw the socks out one more time?
Yeah. One more time.
Yeah.
One
Let's see
more
him.
time. There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, there they are.
Wait, you just got one on. Is that the TV?
Oh, no, I got two.
I got 2 more.
There you go.
Ain't for sure. He's wearing them for real.
Should have wore shorts, right?
Love you. Love you, Cup.
Now I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Love you too.
Yeah.
Miss your mom.
I mean, I got mine right there. Mine right there. I don't even need.
It's on display.
Oh, it's coming.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
That'll be it for this one. Thank y'all, Florence Nation. We'll see y'all next week.